Today we're talking about a huge WWE reveal for September 20th. Also, surprise pay-per-view plans. Also, in addition to that, we got to talk about WWE Triplemania. They made history. And if you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This way you never miss a video on this channel. Trust me, we got tons of things happening in the world of professional wrestling like this WWE AAA Triplemania. What really happened? Well, they've shattered multiple company records. According to WWE, they have revealed that Triplemania shattered records for viewership, gate, merchandise, and social engagement. I'm assuming the social engagement part comes from Omos and Microman. But basically, we know that WWE streamed this on YouTube across WWE, WWE Espanol, and AAA's YouTube channels. The broadcast has been watched by more than 4.3 million viewers in the first 24 hours and hit a peak live concurrent audience of 614,000. There was a crowd of 19,691 people at the Arena CDMX in Mexico City, and this was the highest attendance for any Mexican Lucha Libre show this year and set AAA's all-time gate record. Also, in addition to that, WWE and AAA with this event broke the highest ever merchandise sales in AAA history. Also, Triplemania was the #1 trending topic in the United States and Mexico on Saturday, and a record 208 million views were generated across AAA and WWE social platforms. Now, this was huge because obviously, yes, like I said, Omos and Microman went viral. That went viral everywhere. ESPN's posting it. Everybody's posting it. TikTok, YouTube. I mean, it's literally gone crazy. But I think this is a sign of good things to come. You know, WWE is elevating the production. They're clearly elevating the merchandising, which is fantastic. I want to see more. I want to see more. I think this is a very exciting part of the partnership. You know, it's like there was some really good matches, some really good moments. It was fun. WWE is obviously going to have their fingerprint on it. They're going to have their, finger on the pulse. I want to know how else they're going to change it. I don't want them to change it too much. I think what we got with Triplemania this past weekend was awesome. So therefore, I would be excited to see how they move forward without constantly changing it into like NXT Mexico, for example, because that's the rumor. The rumor is WWE is eventually going to make it NXT Mexico, and they're going to be very weird about it. I don't want WWE to do that. Keep operating this as is. Keep letting them go out there and take advantage, man. This is really dope, though. Very exciting to see. Altogether, AAA and CMLL seem to be having a really good year now, so that's pretty awesome. That brings us to our next topic. Ladies and gentlemen, WrestlePalooza. What is WrestlePalooza? Well, you guys might remember ECW having a pay-per-view back, I think it was like from 1995 all the way to, 1999, maybe 2000? WrestlePalooza was the pay-per-view that they used to have. WWE is apparently bringing this back for September 20th, 2025, which is interesting because WWE apparently is going head-to-head with AEW All Out. And with them bringing back this iconic ECW pay-per-view name, you have to wonder if it's going to be more of like a nostalgia show. You have to wonder if WWE is going to be playing into like a huge stipulation with Brock Lesnar and John Cena. The name is interesting. I don't know if I really like the name WrestlePalooza, but it is better than Over the Limit. It is better than WWE bringing back Great Balls of Fire. It's better than WWE doing something that's been recycled. But of course, with Brock Lesnar and John Cena expected to wrestle here, I think the main event clearly has to have some sort of Extreme Rules stipulation. You know, there's got to be some sort of stipulation, some sort of gimmick match to happen here. But WWE is apparently bringing this back. It was first reported by WrestleVotes, which has a very high accuracy. And I think the WrestlePalooza idea is actually very smart. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you guys, maybe you're going to agree. Maybe you won't agree. But for AEW, maybe I would be worried here. Maybe if I were AEW, I would change the start time to your pay-per-view. And the reason for that is because John Cena wrestling on this card against Brock Lesnar, whether we like it or not, is going to draw. In addition to that, if WWE is bringing back an iconic ECW name, people will be talking about it. And WWE competing with AEW, WWE trying to stop AEW's growth, really, whether we like it, they're going to keep doing it. And if I were AEW, I would be slightly worried about WWE's tactics. I'm not talking about being worried and, oh my God, we got to shut down business. No. But on September 20th, maybe it would be better for them to have the show a little bit earlier in the day. So that way they are truly not head to head with WWE, because I do not foresee WWE in a situation where I don't foresee them in a situation where they're not going to be talked about that night. AEW could have the big matches and the great matches, and they will, but I don't think they can truly compete head to head with WWE on this kind of scenario, honestly. And what makes it worse is the distribution, because now we know WWE has a different distribution for this event, which makes it even crazier. So let's talk about it. WWE is apparently bringing WrestlePalooza to ESPN. So WWE is reportedly planning a surprise ESPN debut against AEW All Out. And this is why I think maybe AEW should be worried. According to a report from PW Insider, discussions are underway for an unannounced WWE premium live event scheduled for September 20th to be broadcast utilizing ESPN platforms. The broadcast would precede the official commencement of the multi-year agreement announced earlier this month. And we obviously know WWE and ESPN are coming together. We already know about the TV deal. But now imagine WWE brings WrestlePalooza to ESPN and it's completely free for everyone. Imagine on a Saturday night, right? You go and you're flipping through the channels, and next thing you know, you see WrestlePalooza is on free ESPN, while people now have to pay $50 or $60 for AEW All Out. As you can imagine, that would be quite problematic for AEW. So John Cena, Brock Lesnar. John Cena only has like 10 or 11 dates left. So John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, main event, add in a gimmick match stipulation. WWE is going to go crazy with that. Then imagine WWE obviously stacks up the card, plus you have some ECW nostalgia. That's another thing. And then, of course, imagine it's on ESPN and it's for free. And this is the first time we get a glimpse of what to expect with how WWE works with ESPN. Maybe ESPN does a pre-show or post-show or whatever it may be, roundtable. Who knows? They can basically control the narrative and the media that day. So AEW being head-to-head would be dramatically impacted. I think if AEW moved the show a little bit earlier, they can kind of avoid that. And really, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? But this is what people wanted. People wanted WWE to have competition. They don't want WWE to be a monopoly. So this is what WWE is going to do. Whether you like it or hate it, it sounds very likely this is how it's going to go down.